dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good morning, I'm Taylor Upchurch. Today is Sunday, June 16th. I'd like to wish the many fathers, including my own, a very happy Father's Day. And now let's check in with meteorologist Kelly McShane to see what you can expect for weather on your special day. Kelly?
Well, Taylor, I would also like to wish my dad a happy Father's Day, as well as all the dads out there. Unfortunately, I wish I had better news for the forecast. However, I think it's not going to be too bad of a day, because we're already starting off on not too bad of a start for most of us. You can see that sunshine shining here outside of the WYMT studios in Hazard. A few clouds, though, but here's the main story. Pinpoint Doppler showing that line of thunderstorms just now moving into Rowan, Powell, Estill counties. Those are going to continue to move east. Looks like they're staying north for us. A few spotty showers down into Wayne and McCreary County, but overall we're going to see mostly dry conditions for the southern half of us this morning. Temperatures around the region, we are in those low 70s to start us off, so definitely off to a warm start, and those winds are coming out of the south, so we are seeing those winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, definitely cranking this morning. Your 12-hour planner showing a few storm chances this morning, but we get a break about lunchtime. Then the afternoon, those rain chances return in a little bit of a stronger force. We could see some strong storms this afternoon. I'll continue to track those, Taylor, in just a little bit.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Every year, the Shriners raise thousands of dollars for the Children's Hospital in Lexington. As the weather warms up, more bikes are hitting the pavement for this cause. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher was there in Pikeville for the 8th annual Mountain Shrine Ride.
A motorcycle ride starting in Whitesburg.
It's a good ride. It brings you all the way through eastern Kentucky.
And ending in Pikeville.
Brings in people from all over the eastern part of the state and in Virginia too.
All for the children.
All the proceeds goes to the Shriners Hospital in Lexington.
Starting their bikes Saturday morning for the 8th annual Mountain Shrine Ride.
There's a lot of charity fundraisers that's done amongst the motorcycle groups.
The Shriners Children's Hospital gives medical care to children for free.
To just be a small part of that is very powerful.
And although their looks may be deceiving.
And they do exhibit that hard look, and they are, most of them, pretty rough and tough guys, so.
Don't let the leather jackets fool you.
I would say motorcyclists in general probably will donate and do more for the public than most public groups do.
Many of these guys come back each year for the kids.
It's empowering to anybody to be able to help those kids out.
In Pike County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
Another annual ride held for the Shriners Children's Hospital is Hillbilly Christmas in July. Last year, this event raised $60,000. And hundreds of motorcycle riders gathered in Lexington yesterday. It wasn't just a ride for fun. It was the 16th annual benefit ride for COPS, or otherwise known as Kentucky Concerns of Police Survivors. It's remembering officers who've died and helping their families through an unbearable time. Money raised during these events help families when they're going through just that.
We never want anybody to have to do this alone. We never want them to feel like they are by themselves. We want them to know that there is support.
Saturday's ride was put on by the Blue Knights of Kentucky. It started at the Harley-Davidson off Man o' War and ended at Gall's Warehouse. And we're learning more information about a motorcycle crash that happened Friday evening in Pulaski County. It happened along US 27 at Kentucky 1247 near Eubank. Police say an SUV pulled in front of two motorcycles driving south toward Somerset. One man was pronounced dead on the scene and 3 other people were airlifted. We've learned last night that one of those victims has died. We also know their names. James Burton and Michelle Cahill were both from Louisville. And Kentucky State Police arrested 2 people on Thursday after finding a large number of drugs. Police say they found the drugs in the Talcum community of Knott County. While serving a search warrant, they found meth, heroin, more than 60 oxycodone pills, and other drugs along with counterfeit money. Rachel Perry from Heineman and Derek Shepard from Fisty were both arrested on drug-related charges. And Kentucky Supreme Court ruled that a damage waiver signed by a parent at a trampoline park does not protect the park from liability in the case of an injured child. The Courier-Journal reports that the court said Thursday it reached a unanimous decision in a lawsuit against House of Boom, a Louisville trampoline park where an 11-year-old broke her ankle in August of 2015. And over the past several days, thousands of people have come out to enjoy the Perry County Fair. Not only does the fair bring entertainment to people from all over, but it gives the county an economic boost. County officials say though it's free to get in the fair, the local vendors and other businesses benefit tremendously.
Anytime they come out into your community, they may stop and shop, they may eat at a local restaurant, and they may do another activity that you have in your community. So anytime we can have these festivals and bring people to our community, it's a good economic impact.
Yesterday was the last day of the Perry County Fair. They closed with a concert by Midlife Crisis. And yesterday at the Laurel County Fairgrounds, kids took their shot at some 3D animals. Kids from all across the state came to Laurel County for the Scholastic 3D Archery Tournament. They had more than 400 children participate in the competition. They've had 3 divisions starting from elementary age all the way up to high school.
So our archers today are out on ranges and they're shooting 3D animals, which are animals that are basically something that you might see if you were hunting. And so they are actually out there kind of in a hunting setup.
Gross said though there's a lot to plan with this event, she's thankful they had a great turnout. And in national news, authorities responded to a shooting at a Costco wholesale store in Corona, California Friday. 1 man was killed and 3 other people were injured. Police say there were a lot of people in the store at the time of the shooting, causing some panic. A motive and who the identity of the shooter is are unknown at this time. An Italian film and theater director, Franco Zeffirelli, has died. The legendary artist is known for such films as Taming of the Shrew, La Traviata, and Otello. His 1968 adaptation of Romeo and Juliet was nominated for an Oscar. Zeffirelli also staged operas in many of the world's most prestigious venues. According to Zeffirelli's foundation, he died from pneumonia. And many teens don't want their parents to know where they are all of the time. One North Carolina 17-year-old wants to change their minds after a tracking app saved her life when her car ran off a road. Macy Smith was pinned down and could not find her phone. She was like that for about an hour when she heard a car stop and the door shut.
I hadn't cried the whole time that I was under my car at all. But when my stepdad got down to the car and held my hand through the sunroof, I couldn't hold it in anymore.
Her family members found her using the Find My Friends app, which tracks Apple devices like iPhones. She says along with getting better, her mission is to spread the word about the importance of these apps. And a Michigan teen is warning others about the dangers of a YouTube challenge. It's one she knows well. It put her in the hospital for months. When 13-year-old Maya Landers' body went up in flames, she ran for help. Her mother says she was in a panic as she extinguished the flames. Maya spent 2 months bedbound in a hospital in a bodysuit of bandages. Maya says she and a couple friends decided to mimic the fire challenge they saw on YouTube.
Do it because it's not worth it. Yeah, just not worth it.
She now wants to advocate on behalf of burn survivors. She started a clothing line and is in the process of putting together care packages with inspirational messages to share with other burn victims at local hospitals. And a man is accused of kidnapping and killing an 11-year-old girl in Connecticut nearly 33 years ago, and he was in court Friday afternoon. Kathleen Flynn's death is one of Connecticut's most infamous cold cases. According to court documents, 53-year-old Mark Caron was a suspect from the start, but it took years of testing evidence to find a DNA link between him and evidence found on the girl's body. And now let's meet one of Twitter's newest users. Actually, you already know him. It's former NFL player and ex-convict O.J. Simpson. The Juice posted a selfie video explaining he's going to post his thoughts and opinions on the new account. He then quipped, "I've got a little getting even to do," without offering further explanation. His lawyer says one thing he won't discuss on the social media platform is ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson's death. Simpson was acquitted on charges of murdering her and her friend Ron Goldman after a televised trial that was watched by millions. Monday marks the 20th anniversary of the slow-speed chase that kicked the media circus surrounding the case into high gear. And U.S. meat processor Tyson Foods on Thursday launched its first vegetarian and mixed protein products, including a beef and pea burger, as it seeks to compete with Beyond Meat and other companies catering to rising demand for plant-based alternatives to meat. Tyson is betting that meat eaters wanting healthier diets will see their blend as offering a meat taste and vegetable health. Tyson will sell blended protein burgers made from beef and pea protein and sausages and meatballs that combine chicken with plants, including chickpeas, black beans, and quinoa. An emergency has been reported at Newark Liberty International Airport in New Jersey. The airport tweeted around 1:40 p.m. yesterday that there would be no arrivals or departures at the airport due to the emergency. A plane reportedly went off the runway. Photos show emergency vehicles surrounding a United Airlines plane and Port Authority police on the runway. Further details have not yet been released. And President Trump's re-election campaign officially starts this Tuesday with a rally in Florida, while several protests calling for him to be impeached were held across the country yesterday. CBS's Nicole Killian has more from the White House.
President Trump officially kicks off his 2020 re-election campaign on Tuesday with a rally in Orlando, Florida. On Saturday, the president tweeted, "Despite the greatest presidential harassment of all time by people that are very dishonest and want to destroy our country, we are doing great in the polls, even better than in 2016. A recent poll showed President Trump trailing Joe Biden and other leading Democrats in several key swing states. Earlier this week, the president dismissed the importance of polls. President Trump tweeted about his own performance on the economy and warned, "If anyone but me takes over in 2020, there will be a market crash, the likes of which has not been seen before." The Trump campaign reportedly plans to sharpen its focus on Elizabeth Warren and worries her populist message could be a challenge. A Trump advisor tells CBS News some in the president's camp believe the Massachusetts senator may be the real deal. On Saturday, protesters gathered in a number of cities for a day of action demanding the president be impeached.
But now it's on us, the people, to demand that the U.S. Congress initiate impeachment inquiry so we get answers to expose the depth of the corruption of this administration.
While counter-protesters also made their voices heard.
We are in our corner supporting our president.
Michigan Democratic Congressman Andy Levin said on Saturday he now supports efforts by more than 60 other House Democrats to begin impeachment hearings. Nicole Killian, CBS News, the White House.
The 2020 presidential election is 506 days away. Coming up on Mountain News this morning, it's time for high school graduates to prepare for their next step in life financially. More is on the way with Jill on Money.
A little bit of stormy Father's Day is on the way for us in the mountains. I'll break down your full forecast coming up next.